Okay, here we are Tuesday evening. Leo's here for this class. He might be in and out joining us, but I have my blocks here. You don't need them unless you just like to use them. You can set them over to the side. We probably won't use them. Um, but I thought it would be kind of cool to do, I'm just going to turn this down just a little bit. I thought it would be pretty cool to spend about 40 minutes just doing some really nice, like full body flows, and then spending about 20 minutes in a guided yoga nidra. So you should feel like thoroughly ready to go to bed after this and have a really good night's sleep. So just let go of any stress about like having to move too much or sweat too much or anything like that. I've got modifications for every pose that we're going to do, but this is going to be real chill. So let's get started in a seating position, in a seated position with the legs crossed. And if you have trouble with an openness in the hips, you can bring a block underneath the hips and just kind of boost yourself up a little bit, which might help those knees get down a little bit closer to the floor. And then just to start with, just grounding, take the hands over the knees, close the eyes, and take a few deep breaths in and out. Let it fill up and lift the chest, open the lungs and the rib cage. Let the exhale draw your tailbone deeper into the ground, shoulders relax deeper down the back. And just find yourself in a cool, chill space. No tension, just nothingness. And with every breath, finding an ease in the body. Letting go of what's coming next or what was before. Finding this really nice, easy feeling all the way down the shoulders, down the back. And then blink the eyes open, take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and just lengthen through the sides. Reach the middle fingers up, shrug the shoulders up to the ears, and then as you exhale, float the arms down. Nice and easy. Once again, take it up. And take it down. And again, sweeping up. You can close the eyes here if it feels good to go back inward. But just feeling the fingers floating down, tracing that line of energy as they come towards the mat. Tapping the ground gently, inhale, sweeps them right back up. It's almost as if the breath controls the arms movement. Exhale, float it down. And inhale, float it up. And one more like this, take it down. And let's keep the left hand down, lean just to the left, and take the right arm up and overhead. Good. Just for a second, press into the left hand, push the hips towards the right, reach the right arm to the left. Good. And then from here, float that arm down. We're going to make a big circle, taking it all the way back up and all the way back down. So if you were with me in class on Sunday, we did a lot for the lymphatic system, a lot of movements in those concentrated areas of lymph nodes. So you might recognize this little motion, but we're just stimulating that area in the armpit. and at the same time, working through some tension that might have been stored in the shoulder girdle. And then let's reverse that circle. I have to be careful not to hit the dog in the face when I come around, but he doesn't seem to mind. Good. Take one more rotation up, and then let's follow with the left hand. Take the left hand up to meet the right. Give yourself one big stretch up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, float the right arm down, reach the left arm over, and just a gentle side stretch first. Good. Now start to apply some pressure with the right hand. Press the hips over to the left. Reach that left arm over to the right. Good. And then from here, starting with the circles, taking it down. And just think about drawing those imaginary circles, like the middle finger was a paintbrush. And just sweeping it up and around. Following on the breath. Big breaths in. And big breaths out. Good. And then when you get to the top of this one, pause and reverse. Take it the other way. I've got one shoulder that clicks when I go in this direction. And if you hear any clicking or popping, it's okay. It's just air in the cartilage. If you don't feel pain with it, it's all good. It's just our body making weird noises. Good. And then from this one, let's follow with the right hand all the way back up to center. Take a big stretch up. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's take the hands, interlace them behind the head, and just let the weight of the head fall into the hands. That'll automatically push the chest forward a little bit. Let the elbows flop open from side to side. Weight of the head is in the hands. Good. Little gentle chest opener. One more breath in. And exhale, take it forward. And if you're on a block, you can release the block, and we'll come on to hands and knees. So just find that tabletop position. And once we're here, I just would like to kind of free flow for a minute. So if you're into cat and cow, you can press and lift and then arch the back. But if you want to add some extra movements, like some hip circles in both directions, or just kind of closing the eyes and moving in any variation that feels good, kind of listening to what your body is asking for, and then doing that thing. Today, my outer hip flexors are really tight, so I'm sending my hips outward in opposite directions. And then another favorite is to take the hands forward and just kind of lean into a lazy, this is what I would call a lazy upward facing dog. And just kind of flowing between some variation of tabletop, child's pose, cat, cow, for another 3 or 4 breaths. Good. And then finally, bring your knees in to touch so that the insides of the feet also touch. And then just walk the hands slightly forward. We're going to press up and back into downward facing dog, but with the feet together this time. So insides of the feet will be touching, big toes and heels. And then press the mat away from you with the hands, sink the heart back towards the thighs, and see about pushing the thighs back towards the back of your space. Good. And then from here, take an inhale, sweep the right leg up. And if you want to be on the knees for this, you can absolutely just drop that knee, sweep right leg up, or down dog to three-legged dog. Think about creating as much length as you possibly can by reaching the heel up behind you, pushing into the hands, sinking the heart down. So we're unlocking the shoulders and we're lifting up through the back of the leg. Good, another breath here. And then exhale, take it down. Let's slide forward onto the knees and back into a brief child's pose, just to rest the arms. And if you need to incorporate a little sway, you're going to get a little sway, or just drop the head and rest. Good, and then from here, inhale, we'll come back up, press into the palms, straighten the legs, and we come right back into that downward dog or table. And then from here, inhale, take the left leg up, three-legged table or three-legged down dog, and just reach the heel back behind you. Flex into the foot, lengthen that leg. So we're just creating as much length as possible here. Crown of the head reaches forward towards the thumbs, long neck, long spine. Another breath in. And exhale, step it down. Good. From here, slide forward, come onto hands and knees. And then exhale, press back, come to sit on the shins and take the arms up. Good. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the sky, let the shoulders melt down the back. Deep breath in. Exhale, release it, float the arms down. Roll the shoulders forward and backwards. And then reverse the direction 2 or 3 times. Good. Come back forward, hands and knees, and then press back, downward facing dog with the feet together. The feet are going to be together for the whole practice, so just so you get used to it. And then inhale, take that right leg up and back. Good. Exhale, draw the knee in and step the foot forward between the hands. Drop the back knee, scoot your right foot forward, and then lunge. We're going to come up into a crescent lunge. So just without taking the arms overhead first, we're just going to bring the hands onto the thigh and roll that flesh forward as you drop the hip down. Think about creating length in the lower back. So rather than collapsing into the lower back, can we lift up through the spine, gently tuck the pelvis under? Good, and then from this point, if you feel stable and willing, you can take the arms up overhead if that feels nice. Or once again, interlace the fingers and just let the weight of the head drop back into the hand. Nice, another breath in. Exhale, let's take the hands down. Heel toe the foot a little bit open to the right, and then we're gonna come forward into a lizard with the back knee dropped. So in this practice, it's gonna be really chill. You don't have to keep that back leg lifted unless you just want to. And then I would even say, let's come down to the forearms if that's possible for a beat. And just rest the head down, let some space go between the ears and the shoulders. And always thinking about dropping the hips forward and down, forward and down, forward and down. Letting go of some weight on that back knee if you can. And slowly coming up onto the hands. Lengthen through the arms. Go ahead and go out onto the outer edge of that right foot. So if you can just open up the foot so that only the outer edge is on the mat. And then we're going to inhale, take the arm up and back. And then exhale, trace the circle all the way back to the front. Good. And then we'll just continue with that flow. Inhaling, sweeping up and back. And then all the way across and back to center. Just continuing, working with the arm, letting it trace the breath. And let's go for one more time, lifting up. And then slowly taking it back around to center. Right hand's going to come down. Lift the hips and slide them back. Heel toe the right foot into the center of the mat and come up onto the heel. And from here, you can walk the hands back. Think about lengthening the spine. So really creating a nice sense of straightness in the spine, maybe coming up onto the fingertips. And then as you exhale, bending the elbows and folding. If the hamstring feels really tight, just soften in the knee. And keep pulling the right hip back as you lower the head and chest down towards that right leg. Find where you're holding tension and just let it go. Try to release rigidity in the body if it means shimmying the shoulders or coming down all the way onto the palms. We'll be here for one more breath. And then exhale. Step the right foot back down onto the mat as you lunge forward. Hands frame the right foot. Tuck the back toes and we'll lift. Plant the palms and sweep that right leg up and back into a three-legged dog. Good. Once again, creating that length from the heel down to the crown of the head and the fingertips. And then step the right foot in to meet the left. And find those feet together. Bend the knees. Come forward like you're going to do a plank. And then drop the knees down, drop the hips down, re-straighten the legs. So we're making a wave. Bending knees, taking it forward, waving it back up. And we'll just continue like this 2 or 3 more times. Really good, healthy movement for the spine. Good. And then on the next one, let's go ahead and drop down into a table. Good. So from here, from tabletop, extend your right leg up and back, and then turn the toes out to the side. Take the right leg all the way out to the right side, and you're just going to plant the foot and step all the way down onto it. We're coming up for gatekeeper pose. So it's going to look like this with the right leg out to the side, and then arms are going to come up overhead. Good. So find stability in the right foot, find stability in the left knee, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, inhale, and then exhale, right arm's going to come down to the right leg, anywhere, and reach the left arm over. And from here, take another breath in. And as you exhale, back into those circles, sweeping the left arm around. And you can go as fast or as slow as you want to. Just follow the rhythm of your breath. One more. Good. And then release it. Inhale, take both arms up overhead. And exhale, release the hands. Good. So we come back down, table with that right leg extended out to the side. Sweep it up and back into that extended tabletop. And then from here, if you'd like to just add one little power move, we're going to transition from this into a three-legged dog by tucking the left toes, pressing into the hands, extending through the arms, sweeping that right leg up and back. And then exhale, take the feet down, back into downward facing. Good. Let's do a couple waves. Inhale forward, bend the knees, wave it back. Once again, rolling forward, bending the knees, rolling it back. Inhale, take the left leg up and back, creating that length. Exhale, step it forward. Nice soft landing. Scooching the foot forward, drop the right knee. And then once again, we'll come up into that crescent lunge with the hands over the thigh. So we're rolling that left thigh forward, sinking down into the right hip, but still scissoring the inner thighs together so that you can create that nice strong stability with the lower half of the body. Growing out long through the spine, relax the shoulders. Good. If this feels good, you can stay here. If you want to sweep the arms up overhead, now's the time to do it. Alternatively, interlacing the fingers and letting the weight of the head fall back into the hand. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. And then slide that left foot over to the left side. It's going to be that same lizard variation as we lunge forward. Sometimes I like to lift my right knee up and then set it back down so that the upper fleshy part of the knee is what actually hits the ground so that you're not putting weight on the kneecap. And then let's come down to the forearms for a second. And think about lengthening the crown of the head forward so that the neck is long. With every breath, letting a release come into the hips. And slowly starting to transition back up onto the hands. And we'll open up that left foot onto the blade of the foot, dropping weight even deeper into the right side. Inhale as you take that left arm up and back. Exhale as you sweep it across the center, back to the front. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, across and forward. Inhale up and across. And just continue like this. Good. We'll take it for one more. Left hand comes down to meet the right. Press the hips up and back and heel toe the foot back to the center of the mat onto the heel. We're going to come into that half splits. So walking the hands back, really lengthen, pull the chest forward as you pull that left hip back, squaring off the hips. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bend the elbows and fold. And always remember here that if you feel too deep of a pull in the hamstring can just soften the knee, bend the knee a little bit, and that'll help with the pull from the hamstring. This is a really great way to lengthen and stretch the backs of the legs, which don't always get as much as the front does. And start to lift, inhaling, coming forward. We're going to step that left foot down, plant the palms on either side, tuck the back toes, and it's going to be a lift up and through to a three-legged dog. Inhale as you stretch the left leg up and back. And then exhale, left foot comes to step next to the right, downward facing dog. Inhale forward, making that wave, bending the knees, shifting the hips back. 2 more times. Visualizing that entire spinal column just waving back. Good. And then inhale, come forward onto hands and knees. And we'll come back into that tabletop position. So this time, extend the left leg up and back. And then sweep it out to the left. And you'll come up onto that left foot to the outside. So stepping all the way down onto the foot, gatekeeper on the opposite side. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. And exhale, left hand comes down to the left leg. Right arm sweeps up and over. Good, another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, sweep it down. And we'll come back into those circles, to about 5 in one direction and 5 in the opposite. And just move as fast as your breath wants you to. And then let's reverse. Good, and then inhale, take both arms back overhead, stretch it out. Exhale, hands are gonna come down. That left leg is gonna sweep up and back. So we're in that extended table again, left leg back behind you. Option here for the power move to tuck the right toes, press and bend in the elbows, lift up and back, three-legged dog. And then finally, back to downward facing. Inhale forward, 3 waves. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one, take it forward and back. And then let's come all the way down to the knees and press the hips back to the heels, come into child's pose. Take another breath in. Exhale, let it go. Sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly rise. We'll just swing the legs out in front and come into a wide leg fold. But first, like I said before, if your hips have a tendency to be a little on the tighter side, it always helps me to just set half my butt on a block. And then I'm able to open the legs wider and fold a little bit deeper. So if that works for you, go ahead and take it. And then we'll just come into a wide leg seat, take the arms up overhead, sit up tall. And then exhale, take it forward. and down. Let the inner thighs stretch here. So if you want to come onto the forearms or the elbows and rest the head in the hands, or just let the head dangle down. But we're thinking really digging the heels into the mat, stretching the inner thighs, and then also letting the head relax. This is always one of those poses where I end up spending way more time than I thought I would whenever I do this in my own practice. Just because I notice that the longer I stay like this, the deeper I get to the ground, the closer I get to the ground, the more stretch intensifies in these little nooks and crannies and parts of my legs that I didn't even really notice before. Suddenly, these little spaces behind the knee, the inner thighs, but like, I don't know, this is a good one. So just really let yourself surrender here. If you're holding on to tension in the physical body, it's just, you want to get the full effect. So just let it go. It's only temporary. You're only going to be here for a few more moments, and it's okay to be vulnerable. Now slowly start to make the way back up, just kind of inching the hands back as you lengthen the arms, and then eventually bringing the whole torso up. If you've got that block underneath the butt, just go ahead and slip it out. And we'll bend the knees, take the soles of the feet into touch for Baddha Konasana. So from here, you can let the feet be as far away from the pubic bone as you want. I like to pull mine in pretty close as if I can. And then take the left hand back behind you, press the right hand onto the right thigh, and give yourself a little twist to the left. Just kind of push that leg down and twist. And then let's do the other side, same thing. Right hand behind you, left hand pushes down and we twist. Good. And then from here, walk the hands forward and fold as deep as you can, just over the folded legs. Start to let the breath slow down if you haven't already, just really focusing in these longer holds on the quality of your inhales and exhales. Thinking about pulling forward, lengthening the head towards the tops of the feet as you inhale. And think about collapsing the chest over the legs on the exhale. Now we'll slowly start to sneak back up from that, just kind of releasing out. Take your hands underneath your thighs and pull the legs into close, and then we'll come down onto the back for the final couple postures. So make your way all the way onto the back and pull the knees in towards the chest here. And just nice and gently pull them in. Maybe rock from side to side. And then we'll move into a twist. So taking the left hand, or sorry, the left leg, extend it long. But before we twist, just take the right hand over the right knee, and we'll do a couple of hip circles, just guiding that right knee around in a circle. So this is just a real gentle final hip stretch. And then reverse the direction we were going. Good. And from here, take both hands, interlace them over the shin, pull that knee in. And then let's twist over to the left. You can open up the right arm if you have the space, or just cactus it like a little goalpost. But guide that right knee as far to the left as you can while keeping the right shoulder down on the mat as much as possible. So we're really trying to stretch through the hips and the middle core, but also not letting the whole right side of the body go with us. And you can go ahead and relax the left leg here. So sometimes I'm really adamant about keeping that right foot flexed, but in this case, this is a really chill class. We're just getting some movement in and really telling the body that it's time to wind down for sleep. So by all means, let that left leg go. Good. And then while you're here, take your right arm and point it down towards your feet. See if you can bend your left knee, and maybe you can catch the left foot with the right hand and just twist a little bit deeper for a breath. So take an inhale, take an exhale, one more in, and then release that foot nice and softly, and just go ahead and twist back to neutral. And take both knees in towards the chest for just a quick little shakeout. Good, and then extend the right leg down the mat. Left hand comes to the left knee, and we do that same, those hip circles. So we'll do 5 in one direction and 5 in another. And then reverse it. Good. And then pull the left knee in towards the chest and exhale, cross it over. Left arm extends out, or you can cactus it. And then once again, let the right side go and pull that left shoulder down towards the mat. So think about chest opening, hips opening, and then slow, deep breaths. Do a quick check once again on that right side and see if you notice if you're tensing up part of the glute or part of the leg or the foot. And just remember to let it go. Maybe you're gripping onto that left thigh with your right hand. Just release it. Let everything go. Surrender to the twist. Now slowly start to take it back through the center. And once again, pulling both knees in towards the chest, just a little shake. And we're going to make our way into Shavasana to set up for a little yoga nidra. So if you know that you feel more comfortable with a blanket over you during guided meditation, go ahead now and grab a blanket and cover yourself up, get nice and cozy. Remember that in yoga nidra, sometimes the body temperature drops a little bit. So this is the time to grab something to get comfortable. And then you'll make your way all the way onto the back. Just like a regular Shavasana, start to settle into that. And once you get all the way onto your back, close the eyes, take a deep breath in, exhale it out. Another deep breath in. And exhale it out. Let your body sink into the floor. Feel comfortable and safe. And you can shift and move a little to let your body settle deeper into the ground. So if there's any shoulder blade tension or hip tension or little wiggles that need to come out of the arms or legs, do them so that you can be comforted. And then recognize that nothing else matters right now. People all over the world are doing things at all different times of night and day, but none of that matters to you right now. Everything is okay. In your world, everything is okay. There's nowhere to go and nothing else to do. And then in that space, here you are to simply feel your body and listen. With the eyes closed, open your ears now. Don't worry or become irritated if you don't hear everything that I say. And if you catch yourself having drifted off into thought somewhere else or even drifted off to a quick sleep, don't feel irritated if you come back to the sound of my voice and feel that you've missed something. It's natural to flow in and out of conscious hearing. The deepest part of you is always listening. So even if you drift away, your subconscious is always listening. Whatever you experience today, you're still doing the practice and the practice is still working. So there's no way to do this wrong. And as you're finally into stillness and restfulness now, remain still for deep rest, deep nourishment, deep breathing. Feel that breath flowing through. Allow your bones to become heavy. And feel them sinking and sinking into the earth. Now I'd like you to go deep inside to notice your heart's longing in this moment. What does your heart desire? And it might sound superficial, but I'd like you to create an intention or affirmation based on your heart's longing at this moment in a positive statement in the present tense, as though it's already happening. So, for example, I am at ease and relaxed and at peace. I am at ease and relaxed and at peace. Or you can create your own positive statement in the present tense, an intention or affirmation, and then just state it 3 times silently inside your mind, as though it's already happening. Allow your awareness to travel through your body on a journey of sensation. I'll now guide you as we scan the body from head to toe, toe back to head, finger to shoulder, and just simply feel each part as it's mentioned. Without moving, remaining still, welcome all sensation just as it is. And in this moment, before we start the body scan, say to yourself, I'm practicing Yoga Nidra, therefore I am awake and relaxed. I am awake and relaxed. And now we'll begin the systematic journey of sensory awareness throughout the body. You'll move your awareness to different parts as soon as you hear them named. And just say the name of the part to yourself. Feel that part of your body without moving. And this begins on the right side. Right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, pinky finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right calf, right ankle, right heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Move your awareness to the left side, particularly the left hand. And if you find yourself drifting off in thoughts, just bring yourself back to the sound of my voice. Moving into the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, left armpit, left side of the waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left calf, left ankle, left heel, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Now let's move to the back of the body, bringing your awareness to the right heel, left heel, right calf, left calf, right thigh, left thigh, right lower back, left lower back, middle back, upper back. The entire spinal column. Awareness to the right shoulder blade, moving to the left shoulder blade. Awareness in the back of the neck, and the back of the head. Bring your awareness to the top of the head now, the forehead, the right temple, the left temple, the right ear, the left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow. Awareness in the middle of the eyebrows. Right eye, left eye, right nostril, and left nostril. Right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together. Awareness in the chin, the jaw, the throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, the belly button, lower abdomen, and the pelvic floor. Move your awareness into the whole right leg, into the whole left leg, the whole right arm, and the whole left arm, the whole face, the whole head, the whole torso, the entire body lying on the floor, the entire body lying on the floor. Bring your awareness now back to the intention or affirmation that you said. Just one time silently in your mind, repeat it, just so that you can come back, tuning back into the sound of my voice. Now we'll drift our awareness from the body and from the affirmation to a visualization. I'm going to name a number of different things, and you should envision them on a level of emotion, memory, and imagination as best as you can. And just jump from image to image as soon as you hear me call them. And try not to hang on to one image after you've moved to the next one. So just practicing non-attachment to the memories and visualizations that come up. Red desert. Red desert. Peacock feather. Peacock feather. Meditating Buddha. Meditating Buddha. A good night's sleep. A good night's sleep. Full moon. Full moon. Your reflection in the mirror. Your reflection in the mirror. A foggy morning. Foggy morning. Sun shining overhead. Sun shining overhead. bouquet of flowers. Bouquet of flowers. The tallest tree you've ever seen. The tallest tree you've ever seen. Cool, clear water. Cool, clear water. Laughing with friends. Laughing with friends. A warm embrace. A warm embrace. Burning candle. Burning candle. A cat stretching. A cat stretching. A beautiful garden path. A beautiful garden path. And your body lying on the floor. Your body lying on the floor. It is once again time to repeat your intention or your affirmation. And just repeat it mentally once or twice. And come back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Bring your awareness to this space. Your body is relaxed and lying on the floor. Feel the container of your skin and the clothes and props that are touching you. Notice the heaviness of your body and awareness into all points that are touching the floor. The back of your heels, the thighs, the shoulder blades, the arms, hands, and head. Don't open your eyes yet, but visualize the surrounding room. Imagine where you are in the room and the other objects that are around you. Lie quietly until you're ready to move. And you can start by slowly moving your hands and feet. But rather than getting you all the way back up to a seat, I just invite you to go ahead and stay comfortable for a few minutes if you can. Remembering that there's nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. And really take your time, gently touching the fingertips and the thumbs, gently moving the toes, the ankles, the wrists. And when you're absolutely sure that you're fully awake, you can start to gently open your eyes. But by all means, take as much time as you want to. And I hope that this practice left you in a good mood and in a really nice, comfortable place. Get a good night's sleep. And I thank you so much for practicing with me always. And I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.
Thanks, Jade.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jade. That was really good.
You're welcome. I hope you guys liked it.
It was really nice. It was just what I needed.
Good. Well, we still have to catch up soon, so get plenty of rest.
I know, we do.
We'll do it before too long. Just we'll have to find the right time.
We will. It'll work out.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
really
try. Sorry,
gonna
go
say?
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm really happy it was nothing with the knees. My left knee's been driving me crazy, so I hesitated if I was gonna take it, and it was perfect. So
Oh, yay.
thank you.
Awesome. Oh, you're welcome. I'm
Not
glad.
too
I love it
much.
when you join. Join anytime.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have
dear.
a
I'll
good
talk to you
night.
soon. You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.